Hello everyone, I'm Heather. Shorty September, continueth friends, okay? And I got 2 prompts left, 2! And we're only midway through September, so I feel like I can start pumping the brakes a bit, okay? I can slow down, I can start backing up on some prompts and redoing them, knowing that I have a couple weeks to get to these last 2 and I got plenty of time. Okay, so I got bike shorts left, which is the one where you do a deep dive, okay, when you read your book, and then the hand-me-down shorts one, where you like annotate the book and then you give it to someone. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pick a hand-me-down shorts book, okay, and then pick an audio book that's going to get me through my flipping run tomorrow, because I got to go really far, and I need something that's going to keep my attention, can't be messing around with any lit thick. Okay, so I've picked one that is the sequel to another audiobook I listened to when I did a massive run. I did amazing in my run because it held my attention really well. Okay, so here's what I've come up with. Okay, first one I'm going to do, book, like always, okay? Last couple times we've done this, physical book, and an audiobook, okay? Because we need both, okay? This one, Serial Chillers, The Witch in the Woods by Jennifer Killick. Okay, I feel like this is the new Goosebumps, you know? Or like the new Fear Street, kind of, you know, like the sort of like kids/teen sort of like horror situation. I feel like I want my kid to get into it, right? But at the minute, I'm having a hard time like getting her to like get into this sort of thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna write in it, do doodles in it, okay, make it funny, make it like, have it like little Easter eggs to find in there while she's reading it, and then I'm gonna give it to the kid and see if it tempts her to read this flippin' book, okay? And then if she loves it, we can just get all the ones in the series. I'll get that online right now. Boo, just give me the word. And the audiobook we're going to do, this has landed in my Libby app just recently, okay, because it knows I'm desperate. I'm desperate for a good running book, okay? It's called How to Steal a Galaxy by Beth Revis. Okay, so the first one in this series that I fell in love with when I was running last time, okay, was Full Speed to a Crash Landing. That was the first one. This is the second one. So in the first one, it's the future, okay? Everyone lives in space because Earth is like destroyed from, you know, various climate change problems and pollution, etc. So this woman who is from Earth, she's actually from Earth. There's very few people now in space who are actually physically from Earth. Most of them are from like other planets and other like space stations, stuff like that. She's from Earth and she's poor and she's landed herself in a weird situation, and her job is to find wrecks in space and to clear up the sort of like bits that are valuable and then resell them. So she finds this one wreck. She like gets up on this really valuable looking one, but then she's sort of like gazumped. She has like a problem where part of her ship has like an exploding side or whatever, and she gets gazumped by this other ship who wants to take her stuff. They want to do the wreck, but then it turns out they're not who they say they are. Okay, there's a reason they've come to clear that wreck. Okay, and then it turns out she's not who she says. There's a reason she's come to clear the wreck, and it's all very like political as well. There's all this politics about saving Earth. Okay, loads of people just want to let Earth die. Like, give it up, bro. Like, we live in space now. Why you want to save that hunk of junk? But people who are from there, they have a deep attachment to it. They want to save it. It's very political. Okay, there's a whole movement. It's all very cool. So now this second one, right? I don't know what's up, but on this blurb it says a high-octane, sexy space heist. What? Okay, and one of the reviewers, one of the guys who sort of said about it, says it's like Met Gala in space. Love it. But first we have to take my kid to the toy store because she's got allowance money burning all in her pocket. Oh my god, it's so windy. Okay, I wasn't gonna get any more mini verses because they're stupid. They cost a lot of money, and after you do them, you then have to have them in your house. Like, all of the fun of having them is doing them, and then you just gotta like keep them around somewhere. But they had new kinds.
And she bought one.
I bought 3. It was £21.
I guess
But look, okay, books, they have a new kind of the book ones. So I had a couple book ones and they were novelty and it was cool, and then it wasn't a novelty anymore, so I stopped getting them. But they have new ones. I could get a lamp, okay? And then another new kind that they've never had before. Animals. I could get like a hamster on a wheel or like a parrot in a cage or something. Okay, and then to top it all off, okay, the frosting on the cake is the literal frosting on the cake. It's a birthday one, okay? And guess whose flipping birthday is in like 2 days? 3 days? 4 days?
No,
it's soon. It's like soon as shit.
It's the 13th of September and yours is the 18th.
It's the 14th, which means that's 4 days. 4 days of my birthday. I'm gonna make this maybe on the day, because it's gonna really be flipping cool. But as soon as I get back, my husband, he's gonna see it and he's gonna shit. There's no room for the ones that we have. We're trying to move. He's trying to get rid of shit. His face is gonna read disgust.
And guess, so that was £29.
That was £21.
£21.
£21, not £29. Thank you.
But this, okay, look how big it is. look how big it is. It was only £5.
Well, whoop-de flippin' do for you, bro. Let's go.
Your feet, Mom.
My mom got me this. It sucks to say I'm not 39. But it's actually works really well because I'm not 39. I'm turning 38. I think my mom's like messed up by a year. I blame it being that she's 21 years older than me and not just a solid 20. Because that extra 1 year, it makes for bad calculations. I think for me it's easy because I just add 21 on. But when you've got your own age, you have to subtract 21. It gets confusing, so I don't blame her. I got some wicked cool stuff. I got this cool thingy. Came in like this little thing, which was lovely.
Was so cute.
And then this is gonna teach me how to crochet a Highland cow. So I'm excited about it. We just had a massive office fridge drama. Okay, so we just moved into this office, and it didn't used to be an office. It used to be like an open hallway sort of situation, and now it's an office. So we moved into this office like last week, and we brought our fridge with us, but there was already a fridge in here, and it was minging. It was so gross. It smelled of buttholes. Like, the only thing in it was like milk from November, like last November. It was so gone off, it was chunky, right? So reception, they came and they were like, oh, you know, why do you have two fridges? And we said, oh, one of them isn't ours and it's so gross, like we're just gonna bin it, like we're not cleaning it out, that's gross. She was like, oh, if I clean it, can I have it? We're like, I mean, I guess, like it's not ours, but you have it. Nobody said anything. They obviously haven't been here since November. So she cleans it out, she takes it, she puts it in reception, right? And then we come back after the weekend and our fridge is gone, and we're like, what the hell? Like, we went up to reception and we're like, do you still only have the one fridge? And they're like, yeah. So my friend, she sent an email around that, like, basically, like, if she could put a live shock on it, she would, so that anyone opening that email would get shocked. She was fuming at loss of the fridge. She was like staring at the empty space where it was for ages, like trying to make her head like go around it, like the fact that it was gone. Like, Heather, I think someone stole our fridge. Someone stole our fridge. She was fuming. Okay. So she sends this like evil email around, okay, saying, give us our fucking fridge back or else, okay, we're gonna start shooting people at dawn on the hour every hour until we see it again. Okay, so then another guy across the hallway, he comes in, he's like, oh my god, someone's stolen your fridge. We're like, oh, I know, you know. And then we start talking about it and I'm like, I swear it's probably just a misunderstanding. I think what's happened is the person who left their milk in there in November sees now that it's now behind a wall, it's now in our office, and they want to continue to have the access of it just in case maybe next November they want to put milk in there again. Okay, they want the ability to use that annually, and you know, it's their right, whatever. If they were the person who was using it before, don't see a problem with that. Well, they clearly misunderstood the situation and have taken our fridge with all of our fridge contents in it. There was like a high protein yogurt that my friend was fuming about, okay? There was a couple of Pepsi Maxes in there that I definitely need to get me through a day, okay? There was also some soy sauce that I got from Lidl for a very good price. So I was talking to him about it and he's like, okay, well, let me like ask around the team, blah, blah. And he found it. He goes into an office and turns out a person who's been on maternity leave has come back and wants it to put their breast milk in. And it does make sense that it was their milk from November. Like, if they've gone on maternity leave, they just left the milk there, then they came back and there's a whole new office here. And they're like, what the shit? The fridge is there and I was going to use it for my breast milk, so I need to get it back or whatever. So he gets it for us, he picks it up, he takes it back in, it's got our yogurt and everything in it, it's clearly our fridge, it's not the one that she thought it was, okay? So then the reception person who cleaned out the other fridge came in, and she was like looking at it, just looking at this situation, you know, she's like eyeing it up, she's like, what's going on? I was like, oh, turns out that that person who used to use the fridge, like, she needs it back or whatever. And she can see the writing on the wall, she's like, uh-oh, you know, and I sort of looked at her and I was like, oh, yeah, the fridge that was here is now in reception. She's like, it's full of milk now. Can I have it? It's full of milk. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, what happened? You know, what milk is that? She's like, it's the milk for the building. I was like, oh, where was that milk before? She's like, it's in the other fridge, but we need two fridges. There's so much milk. So, I guess that person's gonna go F herself. She's definitely not getting her fridge back. She's not having her fridge back. She's not having her new fridge. Ain't nobody having a fridge. There are no fridges available. It's wild these times. You know, budget cuts, cost of living. People be crazy. People be crazy about their fridges. Lol. I've put you in the coat rack. Okay, so look what my friend from work got me for my birthday. Oh, she knows me so well. Okay, first one, Welsh Giants, Ghosts and Goblins. I think this is just legends, like Welsh legends, but like creepy ones. And for kids, so like with illustrations, etc. Love an illustration, me. I could read that with Spud for like Halloween type stuff. Okay, and also, what? The folklore of Wales with an emphasis on ghosts. My favourite kind of folklore. This one looks very cool. Very cool. Very cool. These are all Shorty's mind. I could not even wait till October for like ghost season. I could just whip them out now. Put them into rotation for September. Guess who's meeting a friend for coffee, but is leaving way later than she meant to. I'm gonna haul ass across town on my bicycle like a maniac. Idiot. Shit. I just finished my audiobook. I meant to save it for running because it's such a good one for running, and it was really good. But I was just doing other stuff at my desk, like a bit of work, a bit of like chilling, a bit of doing stuff. And I apparently was doing that for a really long time because I finished that whole audiobook. Shit, I'm gonna have to come up with another one to go running tomorrow. But anyway. It was amazing. It was so good. 5 stars. The first one was 5 stars, second one was 5 stars. Like, these ones are so small and they end on serious cliffhangers. Okay, so I'm not like, no spoilers or whatever, but like we're smack in the middle of a chapter basically as far as I'm concerned. Like, I can't believe they've ended that way and now I've got to get the third one. Please God, let there be a third one, and like please don't make me wait for it. Like all those times when you're like desperate to have the next series or whatever, the next book in a series, and it hasn't come out yet. Like, it's torture. Anyway. It was so good. It was basically, it's our same people, our girl who's like whip smart and super desperate and has like her own reasons for doing everything that she does. And you don't really know what they are. They could be anything because she's not honest with you. Like, even though she's telling the story, she's not completely honest with you either, and she's always conning people and manipulating people and doing it like in a way that's like well classy and like well funny. Like, she's like snappy and like sarcastic. She's a really cool character. Anyway, she goes to this like Met Gala type thing in space. And there's like an Elon Musk type dude there, like he's like this like super rich guy who's like funding this thing that's supposed to help Earth. It's supposed to help clean Earth of like plastics and like all this sort of thing to like make it habitable again. But his reasons for doing it are not honest and they're not genuine. And our girl, through her contacts with these like organizations that she does work for, she knows that, and she knows that she can't allow his work to continue because it'll, in the end, even though it seems like it's going to be good, in the end it's like for nefarious reasons which will cause problems later. But this other guy who's always like working against her for whatever reason, like he's like this really honorable sort of dude with like really sort of Puritan sort of values. He's like cute, and she's always battling him, and I feel like they're always going toward the same thing in the end, even though we don't know what it is. I feel like they're both working toward the same thing. They both, I don't know, want to save people and want to be good people and want to save Earth and all this sort of thing, but they're going at it in 2 completely different ways, and none of them are being completely honest with the other one. So in hiding things from each other, they're sort of working against each other when really they want to be working toward the same thing. I don't know. It's sort of all like layered, when you only get released bits of information and bits of layers sort of as you go, and then other things start to make sense. I don't know. It's like, it's cool, but it is really short. I accidentally listened to that whole thing just sort of sitting on my ass, like falling into a time hole on my desk. I wonder if I can find the third one now and then use it to go running. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come up with something else because I have to go running really far tomorrow. Okay, so my weather app says in 20 minutes, it's going to be not only the rainy icon, but the triple rainy icon. Like, it's going to be a downpour. But it said that for the last hour and the hour for that as well. And it hasn't been raining for about an hour or so. So much so that there's actual dry patches emerging on the side of the pavement. Here's my question. Should I risk it? Should I try to go running? I need to go running for, I think, an hour and a half. Should I put my phone in a plastic baggie and like just cross my fingers and go running and hope it doesn't rain? Or should I just give it up because it's definitely going to rain? Heather, what are you thinking? And pay the exorbitant fee to have a terrible experience at the 24-hour gym instead? I did find the third audiobook for that trilogy about the space people, and I got from the library. So I'm set for material to listen to while running. Now it's just an issue of potentially making very bad choices and getting rained on. Done. I did rain, but it was like a bit like sprinkly, like a bit wet, which meant that there was no one in my way when I was running in the park. Oh, amazing. It is peeing down now though. On this, the eve of my birthday. Okay, I have finished it. And I did all my little notation things in it. So I did like little side margin note things. And like little doodles. So I'm gonna give it to my kid now. When she reads it, I think she should read it. I think she'll like it. She can find like loads of like just like random things I've said or that I would have said if we were like reading it together. Don't know. It was quite hard to do actually. Like notating a book, I haven't really done that before. Annotating a book, I haven't really done that before. I sort of get caught up in the story and I read a load and then realize that I've not written anything for a bit, you know. So there's like where it'll be like 4 or 5 pages in a row where I've written stuff, and then like whole chapters where there's nothing because I sort of like got wrapped up and forgot. But it was okay. Like I don't think it's the new Goosebumps. Like I thought it might be the new British Goosebumps, you know. But it's not. Like Goosebumps, it's in a whole realm of its own. You know, I've not found the new Goosebumps yet. But it's not bad. It's not a bad little series. And I think the next one is like a monster or something. As well, like no spoilers. But Goosebumps is like real supernatural stuff, isn't it? Whereas say like Scooby-Doo or whatever, it's never actually supernatural stuff. It's always meddling kids, you know. And this is sort of more along the lines of not actually supernatural, which is fair. You know, both are good. I'm going to go with 3 stars for a grown-up. Potentially 4 stars for a kid who might enjoy it more. And maybe my kid will enjoy it even more with my random writings. More like when I give it to her, she's going to be like, yay. My kid no longer enjoys stuff that I give her. But that's the end. That's the end of that one. And also, I finished the other audiobook, the space one, and it was good. Another 5-star one. All 3 of the little novellas in that trilogy, I give 5 stars. Like it ended really good, it started really good, the characters were really good. It kept my attention while I was running for ages, like, and that's nothing to sniff at. That's a feat in itself. So yeah, success. Reading success. Anyway, if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Let me know what you're reading. I'm still loving that. Loving hearing what you're reading. I'm adding things to my list every day. Tomorrow is my birthday, so no vlog tomorrow. We'll do one after. We'll do the next day after. I haven't picked out what books I want, but I think because I'm looking good as far as prompts wise, I've only got one left. I think I'm just gonna fully mood read for all of tomorrow and the next day. Just sort of like walk up to my shelves and feel the energy and let it direct me to the perfect book without thinking of all like, you know, prompts, etc. But I will see you day after tomorrow. Okay.